I always have a cold open. That don't bother me
No.
at all.
No,
Hello,
no,
hello, hello. Welcome in. This is the Birds for the podcast. It's your boy Q City.
your boy Taj Bravado, and we have news. He's
This is
gone.
episode. This is episode 43. Find a ride home. Find a ride home, bro. You're not on the plane. You're not
We
coming back. I'm
off
sorry.
the blank. Jazzy Jeff his shit.
So we are we're recording a little late here on Sunday night after the playoff bracket has been set fully. So after the Buffalo and Miami game, and literally right before we started recording, the news came in. The news everybody knew was going to happen after this late season collapse. Um, Losing 5 games in a row, 4 out of 5, multiple times. Never had more than a 3 game winning streak, or never won
No,
three
he never
games
went
in a
through.
row.
Yeah, and then the last
Never
two
won
games of
three
his
games in a row.
tenure were double digit wins in 30 plus games. We lost about 30 points today,
He,
and then we gave up what 31 or 34 to the Bears last.
seven,
37 to the
37,
Bears. Yeah.
37.
So we gave up on average 40 points in the last two games. The team, you the writing was on the wall. Like they quit on them.
It
I
was
don't care.
uninspired. It was uninspired. I think you
I
used the right word. It was
Yeah,
uninspired. I don't think
uninspired.
the
Yeah,
message wasn't getting across. The
yeah.
message wasn't getting across. And what happened needed to happen. And it sucks because it was the Saints, and the Saints fans are always obnoxious. I love the fact their win didn't get them in, because Lord knows we wouldn't have heard the end of it there.
Yeah.
But
It needed to happen. But
it
the
was it
bright side
was
of it,
necessary.
I mean, yeah, Arthur Smith's gone, but we also got the eighth pick in the draft. I told y'all wrong information. Um, for the third year in a row,
For
the
the
eighth.
third.
Like now, Arthur Smith, if this ever reaches you, that's impressive. Three straight 7-2 seasons and three straight eight overall picks. That's impressive. Like I don't think that's ever been done.
uh, I think we are too good of an organization to consistently be picking in the top 10, and we never bottom out. We never bottom out, and I think that's what bothers me. So when in my mind, prior to the Arthur Smith regime, uh, when I think of high picks, we had Matt Ryan at 3, obviously after the Bobby Petrino season, right? Our next high pick was
Julio,
Jamal Anderson at 8.
Julio. No, Jamal was before Ryan.
No, Jamal
Yeah,
Anderson.
he was in
He
04, I
wasn't.
think.
Was
No, I think he was like 04, yeah. Because Vic was 03 or 02. We picked Jamal Anderson. Jamal Anderson never played with Matt Ryan, I don't think.
no Jamal Anderson, the DN.
Yeah, I know. He never played with Matt Ryan. I'm almost certain he never played. I believe that was because Matt Ryan was drafted in 08. I think he was drafted like '07, maybe '07, '06, '05. I know it was before Matt Ryan.
He was he was '07. Yeah, he
Yeah.
was '07. So
So,
he was Bobby
okay,
Petrino's first pick.
maybe he did play with Matt Ryan, but I know he didn't last long. I know he didn't get a second contract. I
No,
know
no,
that
no,
much.
no. So
But so
so that's what I was thinking. Where
After Matt, it was Julio.
Julio, but that was a
But
trade up.
yeah, but then after that, it was Vic Beasley.
Yeah. Vic Beasley was our last
Like
organic
we
high pick.
we have a love affair with the number 8 pick. Jamal Anderson, Vic Beasley, Drake London, Bijan Robinson. Dot dot dot. We don't know
Whoever
who.
we're gonna pick this year. Yeah. And that's the thing. We never bottom out to fully get top 5 until we get like a Matt Ryan. And I would say at Matt Ryan's whole tenure, we had one organic top 5, well,
Yeah,
two
but
organic top 5 picks, or top 10 picks. When we finally get into the top 5, we pick Kyle Pitts at 4, and I can't say it's a bad pick or a good pick,
yeah,
because
we
like
don't
I
know.
just don't feel like he's been properly utilized three
It's
years in.
like and that it's sad like because we're year 3 and like, but I feel like part of the reason Arthur Smith is no longer returning to this team is due to performance of the team and failure to utilize your weapons. Like like you have the investment off. There's no reason why your offense should be at the bottom of anything.
Mm-mm. We like if you've been with us this whole time, I think the only week that we missed was when it Christmas or Thanksgiving. It was a holiday week.
Yeah,
Was the only week we ended
Christmas,
up
I
missing.
believe.
Yeah, we've chronicled this for the whole season. If you take us from the beginning of the season, we talked about how this offense should be one of the most explosive in every single week. We're having a conversation on how we're leaving points on the table and how people aren't utilizing, how the defense is keeping us in games and we're just not capitalizing. It's only so many of these conversations you can continue to have.
Yeah,
It's only so many times you can keep saying that. And ultimately it cost him his job. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And I hate it, and it's not like, hey, ain't nobody crying for him.
yeah.
He got money, he's paid or whatever. It truly just is
And his
for the
dad a
people in the
billionaire.
locker
So
room, for the people in the locker room and the fans, bro. Like it's a terrible season to be a part of because there was so much promise. And I think if we want to do a referendum on the season, it starts with the unyielding belief in Ritter as the starting quarterback coming into the season. Hindsight is 2020.
yeah,
I, I can't say that it was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like it was the decision you made. It was, hey, this is going to be the guy. I think one of the things that strongly contributed to him being fired was the merry-go-round he had at quarterback.
oh yeah, yeah. Because
Right?
because even though Heineke, was ruled inactive or whatever, it's just like Ritter has been benched what 3 different times, two or three times,
Yes. Three
three.
over the
Yeah,
course of the season. Tennessee game, um, came back Carolina,
like yeah,
and then
I feel like he came back
no,
before
just
the
two,
Carolina game.
just two,
Well, I mean, yeah, I ain't
just
really
two.
gonna count the. I ain't gonna count the Woodstock getting in the game as a bench, but it was over.
Yeah, no. It was over. It
Um,
was over.
yeah. So, but it's like, but Ritter has been entered into the starting lineup 3 separate times. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. What more do you? I think that faith in the back end of the season, not sticking with him, is just one of those things that kind of he had his turnover bug, and obviously he's a bottom tier starting quarterback, right?
see,
Like that's
here's my thing though, right?
as presently
Because
constructed. We
yeah,
can't look to the future. I'm saying
no,
his
no,
performance this season,
oh
he's
yeah,
a
yeah,
bottom tier starting quarterback.
bottom tier starter, yes, yes. Because like
He's
how I feel
top
about.
10 in interceptions and missed 4 games. That shit is wild.
I mean, hey, Dak's done it before. Dak led the league in interceptions last year, and he missed 4 games. So, um,
Yeah, but he also gave 30 plus touchdowns.
not last year.
Ritter Ritter came nowhere close.
No, but here's the thing. Like Arthur Smith, um, he I don't understand this for the life of me. His 3 years here, he has never played the starters in the preseason. Like, oh, practice is enough. No, these people still need live snaps. And then you go trotting out Ritter like his only preseason work was a drive versus the Bengals. Other than that, he didn't
Mm-hmm.
play in the preseason. And like I I never understood the reasoning behind that. But that has nothing to do with the point I was going to get into, but it was just something that just popped into my head. So forgive me. But Arthur Smith and Desmond Ritter were not a good
No,
fit.
it makes sense. It makes
Yeah,
sense. I'm just on a side note, like I don't want to
yeah.
like get too far away. That makes perfect sense. The fact that like you didn't play at all in the preseason and just like gave that man free range to say you are the starting quarterback no matter what. So, but go ahead, make your point.
No, because it's like Desmond Ritter has his turnover things, but I also feel like largely the Arthur Smith and the offensive coaching staff failed him. Um, because like I don't feel like any part of this offense was nurturing. Because yes, we have weapons, but like the scheme, like you use your best players as
It doesn't
decoys.
make sense.
use your best players
It
as
doesn't make
decoys to throw
sense.
shit to like you sent Bijan in motion and then run a screen pass to the same side to Algier. Um,
One of your favorite targets this year was Jonnu Smith.
yeah, like you use Kyle Pitts.
One of your highest targeted receivers was Jonnu Smith this year.
Yeah, I think he finished like third in receiving. Um,
Yeah.
it's just like his utilization of players was very puzzling. Like and like I'm pretty sure with quarterback play it could have been improved, but the thing is, Arthur Smith needs a certain type of quarterback for his offense because he probably just thought he could just take any guy, but the reality is Arthur Blank hasn't shown he could develop a quarterback. People gave him credit for revitalizing Ryan Tannehill, but I think what a lot of people fail to realize is he was going against relatively light boxes. I mean, light thing because everyone was stacking the box to stop Henry. So if you're decently accurate, it's not going to be hard to get explosive plays when you got a receiver like AJ Brown too.
Now I will say, Tannehill has taken a regression since
Yeah,
Arthur Smith left.
yeah.
So
But but
one thing I will say is that, to be completely honest, Arthur Smith may be a bomb offensive coordinator,
he might,
but
or
taking on the full responsibility of running the team may just be a bit too much.
but another thing that you want to factor in is ever since they traded AJ Brown, it's been bad. AJ Brown's been in Philly for
Yeah,
2 years now, so it could be
yeah, yeah.
so like Tannehill. I'm kind of like on track, but maybe it wasn't Arthur Smith and the fact that you had a dominant receiver and a dominant running back, so the quarterback didn't really have to do much. But just throw it in.
And he tried to build the team the same way here. Right?
Yeah,
He tried to build the team the same way here. Dominant run game. And like you can't really have another Derrick Henry, but like you kind of have a mix of power and speed with Algier and Bijan, right? So like dominant run game. And then like an over the top wide receiver. Now Drake London is not AJ Brown. He's not as fast or as
yeah.
physical, but I
Well,
see the
he might
reasoning.
be as
I see
physical,
the
but the
reasoning.
speed ain't there. I think
Yeah,
Drake's a pretty
I think
physical receiver.
everybody can say I think everybody can say pretty decently is that like we see the vision.
Yeah,
We everybody
it
see the vision.
it
And I
just
think,
didn't
to be
work.
honest with you, I think everybody seeing the vision was the reason your ass got fired.
Yeah, because like and because the team on paper looks great when you think about it. Because like you got a Kyle Pitts, you got a Drake London, you got a Bijan that you took at number 8, and he didn't even get 1,000 yards rushing. Like sure he got 13 scrimmage yards, but if you take a running back at number 8, you want him to get 1,000 yards rushing because his title is running back. Like I
Yeah,
think
what did he end the season at? 9 and some change?
nine and some change. Because
And then
let me.
what Algier end at? Algier
Um,
had a huge decline in production.
well, I mean that's to be expected though, because Bijan ate into some of them numbers. Um,
Mm-hmm.
let me pull up these stats.
976. 976. Here's the disgusting part. 4 touchdowns.
Well, he had like 6 through the air though, or like 5 or 6 through the air. Like, but and here's another thing. So as much as I do want to blame Arthur Smith, Ritter had some bad misses in the red zone with Bijan because there was like 4 touchdowns on this season that was just
So,
left there because, and I remember I texted you that play where Bijan went straight into the flats. Why the fuck did you hesitate, Desmond Ritter? Hike,
mm-hmm.
go. And even and even Matt Ryan called him out on the thing, was talking about his footwork was horrible on it. You're supposed to point your foot to the direction you want to throw. He turned and flipped and then threw it late. Like, what are you doing? And
No, that one was bad. That one
it
was
was
bad.
bad. It's bad, but like things like that, the footwork thing, that shows me he's not being properly coached in that room. Because that shouldn't be an issue in week
Which
18.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think a good bit of this coaching staff does not get retained regardless of who comes in. I think our D, depending on who we hire, I
It
feel like our
depends.
D coordinator is gonna get a bad shake.
I
Because I
hope he
feel
comes
like
back
if
because
we
like he did
hire
great, but it really just depends. But another thing, it depends on how much power Terry Fontenot has. Like, are they going to let
Hmm.
him have an opinion on the coaching hire? Or are they going to just let it on? Are they going to let him be a GM and hire a coach? Or are they going to, you know, go over him and just do it that way?
Now, there's been no word on him being
Well,
let go, and to
they
be
said he's
completely
safe.
honest with you, I feel like he should be. This team is stacked
They they,
on
they,
on
they said he's
like
safe, so he's good.
we mentioned the offensive side of the ball, but if you look at it, just I think people get distracted by the sexy positions, right? People get distracted by the sexy position, and not to. I've been told I'm condescending when talking about sports. I try to be a little better. I'm
I
not
am too.
saying
I
you
can't help
don't
it.
watch ball.
You don't watch ball.
I'm not saying,
I
yeah, I'm
am.
not.
I'm saying it.
But like, m- look at the other parts of the team in terms of like what they built. They built, they've basically duplicated the tight end position in terms of receiving tight end, right? They have big physical wide receivers as blockers that they picked up from free agency. They re-signed two run blocking on your right side of the line. They invested in the left guard. They re signed the left tackle. They're probably going to overdraft that position this year. You flip to the defensive side of the ball. They spent draft capital and free agent dollars shoring up the middle and back line of the defense. The only place you could say that they haven't necessarily overextended draft capital or free agency dollars is the D line, but it still gave you hella production this year.
Yeah.
Like, Terry Fontenot has built a good team. And the fact that we're consistently the 7-10 last year was edible. It was edible. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
I
saying?
mean,
Like,
but
we got a huge
it's
dead cat from Matt Ryan. We have a journeyman quarterback. We drafted a rookie. We're still our defense let us up a bunch of times last year. You know, they kept
yeah,
us in games, but they let us up a bunch of times last year. It was understandable. 7-10 this year is disrespectful.
yeah, because like as you were saying, like it was like we've been 7 to 10 3 years in a row, but the first two were different. You know, the first one
Mhm.
you're hamstrung by the cap. The second one you're still hamstrung, but like both of those teams you overachieved. So now you come into year three. You said the cap. You're free from the salary cap hell that you've been in since you got hired, and like you make these great additions. You go around parading Desmond Ritter. Oh, like yeah, you're gonna be real surprised with this offense. XYD, XYZ. You go sign Heineke. He's going to press conference as soon as he gets signed. Yeah, I came in to be the backup. I'm aware of my thing and all of this, and then you shit the bed. Like, because like you could blame Britta all you want to, but I'm still going to put this shit solely on the guy that got fired because the coaching staff was inept on offense. Because
I
how do
think
you?
there are massive changes coming,
Yeah,
and I hope Ritter survives it. I think he has
no, he's going to be here
he's
next
shown
year
me
too.
enough to show me he could be a potential backup.
Like
And if
he's
not
going to
here
be here
somewhere, he could
next
be a
year.
potential backup.
Like I'd be absolutely shocked if they got rid of him because it just from a financial standpoint it don't make sense. For $1 million, Ritter is fine. Like because
The only
Heineke's
way
gone
I
though. Like
see,
Heineke up out of here.
yeah, Heineke's gone. Heineke's gone, bro. And Woodside might be up out the door,
He's
and they just draft a guy in the sixth or seventh round.
yeah. But
Um,
it largely just depends on so like the quarterback situation. We really won't know until we get the guy in here that's gonna like um
yeah, because we called Tannehill 7 weeks ago, but that was under the assumption that
yeah
Arthur Smith was
yeah
going to
because
stay and the
I said
quarterback
this yeah
situation was going to look how it looks.
yeah
But now I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Going at 8, it like you said, it really just depends on who we're gonna get. If our team is quote unquote win now and we draft Penix at 8, or if it's hey, let's get a guy in here and maybe move up and try to get LSU, try to get Daniels, right? Like,
no, see I'm so okay.
do we get uber aggressive and try to trade with Chicago? Like it's
I
all on
don't
the
think
table.
Chicago's going to do that. I think Fields is going to be available, but I don't. And that Fields just depends on who's calling the plays for your offense.
Yeah,
Um,
that's the thing. Everybody had Fields to Atlanta, but like now that Arthur Smith's gone, what if the next guy that comes in is from? What if we hire Kellen Moore? He doesn't. He's never played with a running quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He's played with mobile QBs. He's never played with a running quarterback. So like, what does it look like? I'm not. Please don't draft Kellen. But I was just using him as an example.
Now,
But
one person that I would be very interested in, and because people from this coaching tree have been very, very successful. Um, Bobby Slowick.
not after 1 year. Nah,
No, it's
nah.
not. You can say that, but the thing is like you turn that team that was picking number two. They earned the number two pick. People was like, "Oh, this is the horrible team. They're going to be blah blah blah." They didn't really do a whole lot of free agency. They just brought a coach in. I
They
mean,
did.
they
No,
had
no, no,
they
no.
had
They did
no,
a. They did a
hold on,
good bit
hold
in
on, let me
free agency.
hold on, let me. I'm saying they didn't really have any splat. They brought some solid guys on. Like you go get a
Yeah,
Robert
they filled
Woods,
out. They filled out the middle of their roster from free
like,
agency.
but
They
to,
basically had a second draft
no,
for
I
free
get,
agency.
I understand. So, so it's like, but the thing is, you don't go from being the number two pick in the draft to like no splash sign. You filled your roster out, but no, we would all be lying if we said we saw them winning the AFC South this year.
No, 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 no. But the Jaguars also imploded.
They imploded, but still they won the South. That was a three
They
way
won this
race.
out. Yeah, you can't take it. You can't take that away from them.
CJ Stroud is the I don't care no, but that's your rookie of the year. And if Lamar didn't go, if Lamar didn't go off the way he did, then he probably would have been in the MVP conversation too.
Yeah, without missing those two games. Now that's part of the like situation that can't be put away is that they got a rock star quarterback.
No, they
Like
did.
him
They did. No,
calling the plays like
now,
helped,
okay,
but
look,
they
hold
have
on,
a
hold on.
rock star
Yeah,
quarterback.
no, they do. But is he doing that same thing in Carolina? If CJ goes to Carolina instead, is he still going to have the same success this year? I don't think so. I think he'll be successful, but I think that scheme is a very big part, and I think people constantly undermine how important that Slowick was to CJ Stroud's development this year because that's a very quarterback friendly offense. Yeah, CJ Stroud has some things you can't touch, like his ball placement is second to none almost. His anticipation is amazing, but like CJ Slowick sculpted that offense to a point to where all of those strengths could shine. Because the thing is,
I know. I'm
I,
very wary of first of 1 year
I
coordinators.
understand. I understand. But I'm just saying, for someone from because the thing is, pretty much from everyone from that Kyle Shanahan, uh, from that Washington, they were all on Washington. It was Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, Mike McDaniel's, Matt LaFleur,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Bobby
they
Slowick.
were all on that Washington staff. They were all on that Washington
They
staff.
were
I get you.
all there, and
I
then
get
and
you.
then he carried them with them. Shanahan pretty much carried them with him wherever he went, and then it's one drop off he elevates one, and they all have been successful. Now, do I think he gets the job? I don't know. But I'm just saying that could be a name to watch out for, just because when you follow the track
I like
record of
Mike
people
McDonald
like McDonald, the defensive guy.
from Ravens. Yeah, I like him. I like him. I'm infatuated with his coaching style. I just hate it because I think our defense was our strength. So like it would really depend on who he brought with him as a coordinator. And I feel like he grabbed somebody from the Shanahan tree as a coordinator.
I mean, he
Who? I
could,
don't know. You're getting
but
a
but
very derivative, derivative,
but
derivative of the offense at that point.
but the thing at that point is like, does he have the connection to anyone from the Shanahan tree? Because typically the people from the Shanahan tree follow someone that they're connected to. Like even though Matt LaFleur didn't work out in New York, he followed what the dude name, what the Jets coach name is.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he followed him to New York. Then D'Amico Ryan, Slovic, but he was comfortable in there. You could, I could just stay here and just keep doing that. No, he followed him. Like, so, like, there's got to be some connection there. So I don't know if he has the connection to pull someone from the Shanahan tree with him, because because the thing
His
is,
really only thing is he's been on the Raven staff since
yeah,
2014.
yeah, because
He
I'm saying
played.
like
He was
there's
with
no
Georgia for
connection.
a bit, and he was with Michigan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no connection, and Shanahan ain't about to let you take someone from his tree. Like, he's like, hey, man, I need one of your offensive. Man, fuck you. Get up my
Yeah.
phone. So it's like,
I would probably say his only major connection would be
so like,
yeah, he would probably go for a college coordinator, and that's not the best.
this, what I think the direction is going to be is going to be one or two. I think it's going to be another offensive guy or an actual team manager, like someone who knows how to people like a Harbaugh type. He's it's going to be one or two. I don't think he's going to go defense because I do think that they might want to keep because this is the first time we had 40 sacks this year.
Mm-hmm.
40 sacks. Like,
I can't remember the last time an Atlanta team had that.
I think the last time we've had, hold on, matter of fact, live research.
Bro, what kind of computer do you have?
I have a Dell. No, HP. Why? Is it
Like,
bad?
are you running on Chrome?
No, I'm running on. And I'm running on Explorer. Is it bad or something?
Are you Internet Explorer? Jesus Christ, that's old. No, I was just gonna say, drag your screen to the side, open up another
Oh, well,
tab.
yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm just so used to doing things on my phone.
I know it, bro. Like that way you can still. That's how I be doing my research on the slide, bro. Like I'm telling you,
Hey,
I'm not
look.
editing any of this out, y'all. This is this is going in there.
Hey,
But nah,
it's all
cause
trial and error. It's all trial and error.
yeah, nah, cause we're 30 minutes in and we ain't even talked about the game. Like,
This is the game, man. Fuck that game. No, we gonna talk about it. We gonna get there. We gonna get there.
nah. All right. So let's get to last week versus the Saints. Um, we touched on everything. Like, bro, it was bad. It was bad. It was a terrible game. Multiple turnovers. I the worst part about it, bro, is that the Falcons are a toxic. They're a toxic boyfriend, bro. Like in the grand scheme of things, the second you want to praise this nigga, he do some fuck shit. Like every single time, bro. 17-17 going in the half. You text me and you was like, hey, bro, Ritter is like, I texted you Arthur Smith coaching like the rent dude, bro. You text me, hey, man, Ritter making smart decisions with the ball. He's moving it up and down the field pretty good. Like, yo, this team is looking nice. At the time, it was 6-0 in Carolina. We like, yo, things could get crazy. What happens? 31 unanswered points. Coming out of halftime. What does Ritter do? Ritter going Ritter, bro. And like that interception was such an encapsulation of the season because who were you looking at, bro? Who were you looking at on that pick? You threw it to the defender. Who so So you have that pick. You come, they score a touchdown. You come out, go 3-and-out. They score a touchdown. You come back out, fumble a snap. They score a touchdown. You come back, you change Ritter out at that point. Uh, you come 3-and-out. They get a field goal. You come back out, get an interception down to the 1, and they throw another touchdown on you. Why? Because the sun's out. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to at that point, and they went and said they were like the Saints players went against the coach's wishes
Oh yeah,
running that
yeah,
play.
because yeah. Jameis Winston is funny. I don't care no what's he's hilarious. But
Hey, look, I ain't gonna cap. I did it too. It's not my job to not score. It's your job to stop me from scoring. And Arthur Smith being mad about it for what? For what?
yeah,
The
like why
41 points
why are you mad?
wasn't yeah,
Why
the
you mad?
41 points wasn't bad. It's the 48 that really tipped it over the edge for you. Get out of here, bro. Um, I just the team's good can't outweigh its bad at this point, man. Especially in terms of quarterback play. Like it's just that's really what it boils down to, bro. It doesn't matter how much skill position we have on the side. We're constantly bombarded with missed opportunities in the red zone. We're constantly bombarded with bad turnover moments. Like It's the same thing. It's the same thing with each of these guys. That position is obviously going to be a focal point to be upgraded this
It's got to be a
offseason.
priority, and that is going to be a major. It's got to be. Okay, so this is our most sacks since 2004 when we had 48.
Wasn't that the season we went to the NFC Championship game versus the Eagles?
2004. That was Vic. That was the year Vic went on the cover. I don't know.
Oh, so maybe 2003 was the NFC Championship game then.
It's a 2004
No,
season.
no, it was 2004. It was 2004. We went to the NFC Championship game versus the Eagles. We lost. The Eagles lost to the Patriots.
I don't feel like we went to the playoffs because, like, I know they gave Vic the cover in 03. Okay, yeah. So 2004, yeah, because we had a losing season in 03 because we was going back and forth with winning season, losing season, winning season, losing season. We didn't get back to back winning season from the time Matt Ryan got here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So like,
2004 was
48 sacks. 48 sacks took us to the NFC Championship game.
Yeah. So and we had 42 this year.
40
so,
sacks.
We have
42 couldn't get us into the playoffs.
So 2004 was the last time we had broke 46. It is 2024 now. It took us 20 years to get back to 46.
And the league is much more pass happy.
And much more pass happy, and then we probably about to lose the coordinator. Fuck you, Arthur Smith.
I really, oh man, I really hope we do not lose the coordinator, bro.
That's now, the part that's got me. And the thing is, we did this without an alpha edge rusher.
No, we didn't have not one.
So even on all
let us, Calais?
It was the Calais Abercrombie.
Calais led us with like what 7 tops?
Either him or Abercrombie.
It can't be double digits. We
didn't have no. It was everyone. Everyone chipped in. Everyone chipped in.
Oh, by the way, a win in terms of like when we do our whole like season wins, season bad takes, that Ebikani take over Brian Burns, it's looking like a gold mine right now.
Oh, well, he outproduced him.
Not outproduced him, but just in terms of what you're paying, you're getting way more bang for your buck. I think Burns ended with double digits, if I'm not mistaken, after today's game. Okay. Because I think he had 1.5 on Baker. But I think 17 did a great job. Nope. Burns ended with 7.
And okay, Calais and Bud Dupree tied for 6.5. Arnold had 6.
Yeah, so you got to think you got 2 less sacks, and you're paying one guy a little over $1 million. You're paying the other guy $17 million.
And then Caden Ellis gave us 4. Anyamata gave us 4. Richie Grant gave us 3. Lorenzo Carter gave us 3. Zach Harrison gave us 3. Lamb gave us 2. Grady gave us 1.5.
Well, he could sack because Lord knows he can't cover.
No Lamb.
Hey.
Yeah, Lamb
Grant got head top today. But yeah. I can't say nothing because Phillips got head topped.
See, the thing is, like that's a fluky play.
Hey, AJ got head top too, bro.
AJ,
it was something for everybody.
AJ got. I'm not gonna count the Clark one as a true head top because it bounced off his helmet and the dude just stayed. That was just a great heads up play by him.
Not the Olave one. The 17 one. Dude wearing 17.
Oh well, he's 6'5". Like shit.
I mean, yeah, just there was something for everybody. There was something for everybody.
And speaking of AJ, AJ's play over the past few games has really fucked his money up.
Bad, bro. Like, nah, we gonna get into it in the offseason when we talk about like the salary cap and whatnot. But AJ, mid-season, AJ was in line for we talked about it, a $21 to $22 million year contract. Bro, you are at like 17, 18 right now, big dog.
Yeah. And you
really cost yourself.
And that's if the new coaching staff want to bring you back.
Because they really might just franchise tag you, bro.
Well,
Or see if they can get something for you.
No,
See
no,
if they
because
can get something.
he don't got to get paid this year because he goes into his 5th year option. So they might just let him play that out and see what happens.
Yeah, bro. Like you, I mean, you could have a bet on yourself here, but damn, bro. Like
Yeah,
I think you resign AJ. He's a cornerstone piece. He just this
first the
back
money
end of
up.
the season has been a bad stretch. Yeah, this
Like,
bad this back end of the
because
season
it's
has been a
like
bad
he
stretch.
like because he was getting beat deep though. It's
Bro,
not
was
even
Okuda even active today?
he was active. I just don't think he played.
I don't think he touched the field. I didn't see
No,
him in the Bears
no,
game.
but yeah, he didn't have any snaps last week. I know he dressed. I just don't think he got the snaps.
Yeah, nah, Clark took that job, big dog.
No, because the thing, I'm not upset with Clark because Clark's never just burnt. He's always in phase for someone who you deem is not very athletic. But he's never out of position. He has his limitations physically, but I mean, hey, I'll take the guy that's
Yeah,
there
five
over.
eight. Like
I mean, but I'll still take a guy that's always in your hip pocket versus the guy that just let you run free.
yeah, nah. I mean, I think he's a I think he's a decent corner, to be honest with you. I'm
No,
not
yeah,
even
no,
gonna
yeah,
sit here and be like, oh, I think he's okay or no,
no,
I think he's a decent corner.
no.
His play prior to today's game, because even in Chicago's game, he didn't let up too much.
No, he
DJ
didn't.
Moore was getting off on DJ Moore was getting off on
Everyone,
everyone really, but really his two major
Mike
big plays
Hughes,
were on Hughes and
AJ,
not AJ.
he got AJ plenty of work too.
He gave AJ a little work, but I'm saying like his two major plays was on Hughes and bro Jesse Bates. My
Oh
fault.
yeah, yeah,
Like I'm sitting here,
you're
I'm
right,
like
you're right, yeah,
yeah,
you're right.
Bates and Hughes got most of it there. Like he didn't really allow anything big in the Bears game. He took over the starting role prior to the Colts game, right?
I want to say before
The
that,
Colts game, Colts game, he didn't really give up nothing. Like I think his play down the stretch of the season was pretty
like
good.
I think it all started when Okuda got hurt, and then ever since Okuda, like the second time when Okuda got hurt, the second time
Yeah,
it was Clark from
he
there
didn't
out.
come back. Yeah, and
So
so one person I did not see on the field very much, Helms.
he was
It
hurt.
seemed like he had secured that.
No, he
Yeah,
was hurt. He was
okay,
hurt.
okay.
Yeah.
Because I was
But
like, it seemed like he had secured that
no,
spot, and
he
now
did.
we're getting a bunch of Grant, and I'm like,
No, yeah, he was just hurt. That's all. He was inactive today, so that's why you didn't see
yeah.
any Helms.
I think we are kind of in limbo in terms of draft content and stuff like that until we really see where we're going to go coach wise. You know, I expected an extensive search. I don't think there was anything in the woodworks because I believe Arthur Blank when he was saying that like
No,
he was truly waiting until the end of the season because I don't think that he wanted to let him go. You know what I'm saying? But he
Because
just he
because
can't stand for it.
the word is that he really liked Arthur. Like he really, but it's just like, bro, I'm trying to work
You
with you.
can't stand for it.
I'm trying to give you every opportunity to prove yourself. You just keep disappointing me, man. Like I
Help
like you,
me,
right?
Nick.
Just help me justify keeping you. Give me a reason to justify. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking. Justify the reason to keep you, and he couldn't give him any
I
reason.
honestly think had he went 8-9, he'd have been. You know
If
what?
he
Hey,
won
we got
today,
some improvement.
if he won today, they probably would have brought him back in there and maybe had him do some changes to the offense. Instead, but since you
Mm-hmm.
got blew out, that shows you lost the team. The team's uninspired. You lost the team. You got to go at that point. Um, Now, with that said, I still don't think you move off of him unless you have a very short list of guys that you like a short list. Like, 'cause I don't think it's going to be an extensive list. I think it's going to be maybe like 5 people that he's like, all right, one of these 5 is going to be the Falcons coach. I mean,
Everybody says
obviously there's reason, there's room for you know a late riser to come to the party, but for the most part, I think he I fully believe Harbaugh is going to be in conversation. I expect after Monday, Arthur Blank's going to try to get him down here, or he's going to be up there. I think he's going to want to talk to Harbaugh.
But see,
He's gonna,
Harbaugh wants front office control.
the thing is,
How does that fare?
okay, no, hold on, because listen, Terry, he could have, because the thing is, even when he was at the Niners, he still had Trent Baalke as a general manager. They just worked together. Terry,
You know,
fine,
him and Trumbalki famously hated each other.
okay, well, they hated each other. That's fine, but here's the thing: Terry, not off the blank wants a collaborative effort. So the general manager is going to answer to the coach. It's going to be one of them things to where Harbaugh is the higher profile coach, a person in this situation. So you can still keep Fontenot because Fontenot, he's good at what he does. I think
I think he's amazing at what he
yeah,
does. I think,
because
but because of that, I feel like him and Arthur Smith came in at the same time, so it was kind of very equal footing. I feel
it
like
was, but
him picking the coach puts him on a higher level. You're not going to get another chance as a GM to pick another coach
he
unless
never
a
picked
guy
the coach.
retires.
He never picked the coach.
No, I'm saying you're not going to get another chance.
Oh, yeah, well,
This is your chance.
well
You know what I'm saying?
but that's assuming he even has the authority. We don't know what authority he has. Like you would
True.
think you would think that most general managers, but like it seemed like it's been shifting away from that in the past few years. But if it was a Harbaugh, yes, Harbaugh is going to be the main one calling. But like Harbaugh might be one of those things. Like I need this type of player. Fontenot is very good at the pro side, and dude, I don't care what no one say. He's been drafting his ass off. It's not his fault that the coach. It's not this fault that the coach can't do good with the groceries that Terry done brought.
Who I would say his only miss in the high profile rounds was Jalen Mayfield.
Yeah, that was it, and that was just. But that was a tricky year too, though. That was a COVID year, so like
Mm-hmm.
like I could forgive that.
That to me is your only miss in the first 3 rounds of all 3 drafts.
Yeah, because like I mean, Richard
Um,
Grant's not exactly what you would want, but he's still roster worthy.
yeah,
Like, and then I do think Troy Anderson's good. He just got injured this year. Um,
to hell, might have lost his job to Landman. To be honest, though,
nah, then he won't.
you'll find a way to put them both on the field. You'll find a way to put them both on the field.
They gon' Layman will see the field, but his athletic limitations is why he won't start with Troy. Troy gives you a lot more athletically than Layman could ever dream to.
Well, how does Troy look back coming back from injury though?
I think he'll be fine. It was a chest injury. He'll be fine
Okay,
because it happened. It happened what week 2, week 3. He ain't came back the all season. He's got all season. I just really hope because it would because oh god, I'm stressed over the Nielsen part. That's really got me stressed because it was.
I depending on who you bring in, bro. Because like people like, oh, you know, bring in Belichick. Now I'm like, Belichick would be great not having personnel control. Yeah, that's fine, but Belichick's gonna run that defense, bro, and he's gonna switch our whole defense. Where he's always running 3-4, so he's gonna switch the whole
Well, he
defense.
runs a
So
hybrid.
Nielsen's gone.
He runs a hybrid.
Nielsen's gone, right? You get Harbaugh. Harbaugh's bringing his own D coordinator. He's brought his D coordinator wherever he's gone. So Nielsen's gone. If you bring in now, if you bring in somebody like Eric Bieniemy, yeah, keep Nielsen.
Being me ain't coming. Like,
No, I'm just saying somebody of that ilk, like Ben Johnson. Maybe you could say, hey,
Ben Johnson,
part of you keeping him,
even though you're against it slowly. So somebody like a first year coordinator, absolutely. There's a strong chance that you retain Nielsen. But if it's a more established coach, I understand there's a risk that might not happen. But then you weigh the risk. Like, all right, well, we have the talent now, because like,
and our defense really, really enjoyed the system. It seemed like, you know what I'm saying. We were able to get it in multiple spots. Now, one name I will say, he hadn't really been in the coaching cycle. I don't know if he's really going to. I don't know if he's really going to interview like that. But if Lou Amaretta interviews, I think he's gonna knock some socks off.
You talking about the dude from the Bengals?
Bengals defensive coordinator. If he interviews, he's gonna knock some socks off.
The only thing is, they say like his reputation around the league is like he's not exactly a pleasant person to work with.
Which, yeah, but hell, with relative no names, young guys and old guys gets results on that side of the ball. You have a guy in the building who knows, but then again, that guy left a very lucrative contract on the table to not be around him. So, eh.
See,
Um, but I think he would knock some socks off.
he would, but I highly doubt that they go the defensive route with the head coach. Uh, I think it's going to be more of an offensive guy, another offensive guy that with more capability, or it's going to be like a a, a,
Yeah, so
a CEO coach. Like,
I actually look toward a CEO coach. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they hired like a special teams coach, uh, um, a college CEO type guy. Like I wouldn't be surprised strictly based off the idea that I think they want to get someone in here to strictly just focus on the offense.
you know what? Just because I know someone's going to say it in the comments, what about Dion?
Absolutely not.
I know someone's gonna say it in the comments.
Absolutely not.
You know what's coming. You gonna see
Absolutely
you gonna
not,
see
bro.
this shit every fucking word. Yeah, let's get Dion and then we can draft Shador in the first round.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not, bro. Like I'm not against drafting Shador in the first round next year. Um,
Hell
I
shit, you can
honestly,
make it happen
I'm
right
a,
now, goddamn.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it G real with you. Um, no, the intent to declare window has already passed, but I'm gonna keep it G real with you, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if we passed on a quarterback this year to bottom out with a first year head coach to then draft a top end quarterback next year as kind of like one of those 2 year plan type things. I just don't think the fan base can stomach it. I
Yeah,
do not think they can stomach it.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
I could see you getting a Ben Johnson, right? And him being completely overwhelmed this first year, getting a journeyman type guy, our quarterback room being trash, having really, really nice offensive numbers, but only winning like 3 or 4 games,
Just
and then
to,
drafting
just for a little clarification, they have until January 15th to declare.
was it the seventh? Oh, I thought the window had already passed.
No, yeah, yeah. They still got a
Usually
week.
usually it's the national. Oh yeah, because the national championship hadn't been played yet.
Yeah, they'll be
Duh.
played tomorrow. Yeah, so they still
Yeah,
got
yeah,
a
yeah. So
week.
usually it's right after the national championship game.
Yeah.
So all right, there it goes. So all right, they still got a little bit of time. Um, yeah, no, don't.
No, I don't think that. I don't want that.
Still,
But
no.
you know you're gonna see it online. You know it's coming.
Yeah, nah. That's just, but that's just people looking for sensationalism. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie to you. And I thought the same thing when we hired Arthur Smith. I don't feel like this is a particularly strong coaching cycle. I don't have any names that I'm absolutely in love with
it's
outside of Harbaugh.
yeah.
Like you got like a
That's why I
crown
say it's
jewel
like.
and then a bunch of
I mean,
stuff.
well, it's like because it's like Harbaugh's probably the and then according to the thing, Ben Johnson's like right here. It's a gap, and then it's everyone
Yeah,
else.
yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Now, depending on how Houston looks in the playoffs, whether I know you're already against it, but I could see Slowick's gonna get interviews. He may not get a job, but he's gonna get interviews this year.
He's gonna get interviews. He's gonna get interviews. I feel like Bieniemy might have taken himself out of circuits with
Um,
just how poor Washington looked
I don't.
over the course of stuff.
The thing
I
with
feel like
Bieniemy,
Kellen Moore might have taken himself out of circuits as well.
that was just a shit show in general. But Bieniemy, I just he's interviewed poorly with these teams. Like I the Falcons ain't gonna look at him because like they didn't even bring him back for a second interview last year or last time he was hired.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Um, who else in this coaching side? Like I'm telling you, bro. Like the name that I keep going back to is that Mike McDonald, bro. Like
yeah, I get it, but
I
I
know he's gonna get
just
looks. I know he's gonna get
he
looks.
is. I just don't think that they're going that route though.
And
I
if
think
we look, if we just take it all the way down, right? You got the Ravens. Their D coordinator might get looks. The 2 seed is what the Bills. Nobody on their team is going to get looks unless
Joe Brady might.
going to recycle Joe Brady. That's all I'm saying. Unless you're going to recycle Joe Brady. Then the 3 seed, the Chiefs. No one's coming off that staff. the 4 seed. You said Slovic might come off the Texans, right? 5 seed. No one's coming off the Brown staff. No one's coming off the Steelers staff. No one's coming off Miami
Who's the
staff.
hold on? Who bro?
Browns D coordinator.
Yeah, who is it?
Uh, what's
I
his
know
name?
I know it's like an
I think.
established guy. Um,
Yeah, I think he's a retread. Jim Schwartz,
yeah. Okay. Yeah. I
Lions
don't.
old coach. Yeah,
I don't think he was because
he's he's not coming
the
off that staff, bro.
yeah. I don't think because he was with he could didn't he win the Super Bowl with the Eagles too?
Yeah, one Super Bowl with the Eagles, and then he was the Lions head coach for a while. Like he's good, bro. Like no one's coming off the Steelers staff, no one's coming off the Dolphin staff. You come to the NFC.
Well, hold on. No, I'm not
mm,
gonna say that because what's his name? Frank Smith is getting a lot of buzz. He's their offensive coordinator in name. He's been getting buzz, so he's going to get
That's Mike
interviews.
McDonald's offense. That's Mike McDonald's offense. Not Mike
McDaniels,
McDonald. Mike
McDaniels,
McDaniel's
yeah,
offense, bro.
it's his
That's
offense,
Mike
but
McDaniel's
it's
offense.
his offense. But he's been getting buzz and expect. Just don't be surprised when you see him get interviewed. That's all. It's the name I'm saying.
Yeah, ain't nobody coming off that staff, bro. Then you come on the NFC side, ain't nobody coming off the 49ers staff.
Why not?
Ain't nobody coming off the their old coordinator. It's always Shanahan's always going to get the looks, and then what's his name? Used to be the Cardinals coach.
They
He
look,
ain't nobody using him.
look. The
Ain't
thing,
nobody rehiring him, bro.
I'm not talking about looks. I'm talking due to Shanahan being who he is. They're going to interview probably the highest ranking person on that offense just to see how they interview. If they interview well, they're going to have a shot. Just due to how the offense works, they're going to want to try to get some piece of the offense in their room. So
The last boy
I'm never
wonder
going to
on that offense was Mike McDaniel, and since then there
slow
hadn't
it.
been anyone hired from there.
Slow. Well, he ain't got hired.
Slovic left with D'Amico.
Yeah,
He left with D'Amico.
okay, he did, but
And he wasn't super high ranking. He wasn't super high ranking on the offensive side.
he was a like a offensive quarterback coach or some shit like that. All I'm saying is you want someone from the room. They're gonna look at this as people like Slowick and be like, well, he wasn't the offensive coordinator, but he came out, he was doing pretty damn good.
Let me ask you a question though. Earlier in the season, I would say pretty much through the middle of the season, we were talking about how defense was having a good year. Do
Yeah.
you not believe that the trickle down, like, because we saw the same thing happen with the West Coast offense around the mid to early 2000, like mid 2000s to early 2010s with the West Coast offense, how it had permeated and been diluted so much through so many minds that like defenses started to catch up how to specifically stop that offense.
Yeah.
Do you not feel like the Shanahan offense being replicated and duplicated this much led to how we were talking about defenses having a good year?
Well, Shanahan ain't really seen it. Besides the only person that gave Shanahan really any trouble was the Ravens. Pretty other than that, he was doing his thing. But
But like look at
but
look at the Ravens in general. And I just want to break it out. Look at the Ravens in general. They didn't just give Shanahan work, bro. They gave the Jets work. They gave the Dolphins work. They gave
well
uh did they play the Texans this year?
but the Jets don't have anyone from Shanahan's tree. They are
Yeah, they do.
no they don't. They
Yeah, they
got
do.
no
They
they
have a
don't.
derivative of a derivative.
They
I
do
promise you they
not.
do.
It's the dude. What
Who
the
is
fuck? What's the
he
dude
came from
name?
Green Bay. Where did
Yeah,
Green Bay's coach come from?
no, he was. It's
The
Hackett.
Shanahan tree.
Hackett. It was Nathaniel Hackett.
Nate Hackett, he was with Green Bay. Where did
He
Green
was.
Bay's
I
coach
think
come
he was.
from?
I'm pretty sure he was there before LaFleur, wasn't he?
No. Nate Hackett was with LaFleur, and LaFleur came from the Shanahan tree. It's a derivative of it, bro. You're going to go through all this just to find out I'm right.
Yeah, I'm gonna look because I'm gonna look. USC, Stanford. So he started on Tampa, Buffalo, Syracuse, Buffalo, Jacksonville, quarterback coach. He was only with Green Bay for a year, so like I'm that's not really a derivative because
And
like
what was he there?
he was offensive coordinator.
In name, right?
Yeah,
Under the Shanahan tree, bro.
he was. I'm not. I'm not. Because the thing is, when I look at the Shannon, I'm talking about the people that grew up in their systems. The majority of people that we're talking about grew up in them systems. He didn't. This dude
He's
was what
literally running the same offense. It's why Aaron
this.
said he wanted him.
No, he wanted him because he had familiarity. They worked together. Two of Aaron's MVP seasons came with him.
Running what offense?
Yes, they run that offense, but I'm saying,
Okay.
whatever. Fuck you.
Like, you literally proving my damn point, bro.
Okay.
Like you're proving the point.
Point proven. You was right.
Like I told you, you're gonna go through all this to prove that I was right. But like, nah, bro. So just a quick look, right? Because I'm looking through their games this year and their biggest wins, and I'm talking about the Ravens. Their biggest wins, well, their highest point totals. They beat the Rams. That's a Shanahan derivative. They killed the Niners. Shanahan derivative. Killed the Dolphins. I think at some point we got to look at how these defenses are playing, these offenses in general, because me and you were literally talking about how defense is having a good year. I think as it continues to permeate and it becomes, because like nothing's ever going to be the 97, 98 Broncos. Nothing's ever going to be that, right? You're never going to have a quarterback. You're never going to have that running game. I don't think anything's going to be the '07 Redskins. And I'm saying Redskins because that was their name at the time. Where Clinton Portis was going for 1,800 yards and you had Santana Moss on the side or whatever. I think like you have Shanahan, who literally knows the offense in and out and can grow from it. You have McDaniel, but like I think as this continues to filter and you just want to get somebody out of the room, you are going to have worse and worse offense because you're getting
Well, you will.
you're
You
getting a
will because
sample of a sample,
it's
bro.
gonna be a watered down version of it. Yeah, but the thing is you take the chance, hope that you hit.
I don't know, man. I think
Because the
that
thing is,
I think it's reaching its crescendo, to be honest with you, bro.
it
Because you
could
can only
be.
pick so many. You
It,
can
it
only like that Washington staff was like it was a moment in time. You know what I'm saying? That Washington staff was a moment in time. And if you look at it, you got McVay from there, you got Shanahan from there, and you could possibly you got LaFleur from there because LaFleur's had some.
they
How
McDaniels.
many? You got McDaniel's was on that staff. How
You
many
got.
more you think you gonna get from that?
I mean, yeah,
How much juice you gonna squeeze out that orange, bro?
you still can keep going
Because like
because the thing is,
the staff that I'm thinking about, that kind of mirrors that is the 2000 Ravens staff.
the two who
The 2000 Ravens staff, where uh you had Marvin Lewis, you had who else? You had like four head coaches on that staff, bro. Hold on, I've got it right now. You had I don't care about Pro Bowlers. I want the coaches. We're getting way off the weeds. We ain't look toward next season. None of that, bro.
what's next season besides disappointment?
Stop it. Um,
Nah, no, I
so you
can't say that.
have
We don't even know the
Marv.
coach.
So check this, bro. You had Marvin Lewis, head coach for the Bengals for a long time. You had Rex Ryan, head coach for the Jets. You at linebackers coach, you had Jack Del Rio, became the head coach of the Jaguars. You had our future head coach, Mike Smith. Like that's that's it. How many more coaches are you gonna squeeze from that staff, bro?
I'm just saying they're going to get interviews. I didn't say they were going to get hired. I said they're going to get looks.
And if I'm being honest, and I look at these defensive coaches right here, and I think about their tenures as head coaches, they all fell into the same trap of not being able to get that guy offensively. The one person who did, I would maybe say Marvin Lewis for a little bit, but known as conservative coaches could never replicate the 2000 Ravens. Like, who had the most success out of that group? Maybe Mike Smith. And they're all derivatives of the Baltimore Ravens defense at that time. Like, I think we're kind of on to something here by saying that like defenses are gonna start catching up to this offense.
I mean, they will.
And you're already starting to see it. So I don't think hiring a guy from that tree just for the sake of hiring a guy from that tree is the right move.
It might not be the right move. I'll just tell you it's going to happen. Maybe not for us, but it's going to happen. Like I understand the thought process. I get it, but is they're going to get interviewed just because the track record is it. Now, the orange might be out of juice. You absolutely right, but there still might be or it might be another, or might be another orange. Like because that's what happened with Dan Quinn when he got this. The cover three, like they juiced the fuck out the cover three, and when they got here,
it was over. It was over. Yeah, no, that's a prime example. That Seattle staff, their defensive coordinator got hired 3 years in a row, bro. Yeah. Like it's over.
So
and each of them failed catastrophically.
So I guess you got a point there because it's like there are because like you could pull from Shanahan's tree all you want to, but it's only one Shanahan.
Yeah.
You could pull from McVay tree all you want to, but it's only one McVay. Like
there's only one McVay, bro.
And like those two are the pinnacle of offense. And then Andy Reid somewhere in there. Andy Reid, his downfall really this year is just the receivers are shit. But
Andy Reid, I put Andy above both of them. Just be completely honest. Andy's offense is like wild innovative.
Yeah, well, those are the three offensive lines that you like. Now, given McVay and Shanahan, they've actually produced relatively successful things. People from Andy Reid's tree typically don't work out.
This is true. But Andy is like technically, Andy's a derivative of the West Coast offense. He has just bastardized it to a point to where it's not even recognizable anymore. But that's just because his mind's crazy.
But the thing is, he gets inspiration from anywhere. Like he's a true innovator.
So like his offense is crazy, and that's why I'm saying like I don't put him in that like.
Yes, but like
his mind is wild.
But like that's why I think McVay. I think those are the three greatest offensive lines because like even though the system, it's their ability to recreate that system and still make it work. Because the thing is, Shanahan's going to run the ball and hit play action. Yet you still can't stop it. You still getting popped
every time, bro.
But
you see it coming.
I think the skill of that is making everything look the same. Because it's like people don't really do it like Shanahan. Because the thing is, I remember seeing someone that was like, "Well, the hardest part of stopping Shanahan's defense is everything looks the same." Like you think this motion could be for this, and you think by the time you bite on this, you get hit with someone else. So like,
I got a little slander. My fault. We forgot one very important name from that Washington staff, Kevin O'Connell. That Vikings offense is bananas.
Well, I kind of
that Vikings offense is bananas.
No, it is. But I was kind of considering him like a McVay from the McVay tree.
He technically is. He had the one. He was on the Washington staff, but he had the one season as the offensive coordinator.
Because he's running McVay's offense.
But also from McVay's staff, Chargers coach.
Who?
Staley? Brandon Staley.
Man, he's a defensive guy. I don't give a. I'm talking about the dude. I'm talking about the dudes that do in his specialty. I ain't gonna count someone that's on the opposite side of the damn ball. Fuck him.
He had a terrible season. But I think but like I said, if you look at it, how many times do you keep seeing the same offense?
That's true. Now, there is one retread, and I don't know if it's gonna happen in Atlanta, but there's a retread that I think will get hired, Raheem Morris.
I think Raheem got some swag coming too.
Because he's made work with that Rams defense. Because the only person on the defense was Aaron Donald. You can't name me two other people on the defense.
Now I'm not gonna lie to you. I would hate to lose Nielsen. I wouldn't mind getting Raheem because I think when he got the Tampa job, he was
He was
woefully
young.
unprepared.
He was young.
Yeah,
He still had things to learn. Now he's more seasoned. He's took his lumps and he's learned. So I wouldn't mind him coming back. I don't know if it will be here though, but I do think he'll get an interview possibly.
I definitely do. I definitely do. I don't know if the Saints let go of their coach. The Bucks definitely don't let go of their coach now. Carolina's looking for another coach. Um, NFC South is a mess, but it's also up for grabs, right? 9 wins won this division this year. 9 wins.
I mean, 7 won it last year, or eight.
8 won it. 8 won it last year. Um, so like we can't we we're not so far out of it. Like I'm gonna tell you, prime example. I was looking at the Bears Packers game, right? They showed their record at the end of the game, bro.
Who, the
Had the
Bears or the
Packers
Packers?
the
Oh yeah,
Bears versus the Packers, right? They showed
yeah.
the record at
The
the end of the
Packers thought the
game.
Saints was going.
Yeah, but not even that. The Packers were 9-8, and the Bears were 7-10. Had the Bears won that game, they would have been the exact same record.
Yeah,
And like that just goes to show you, bro, divisions aren't far off. You know what I'm saying? Playoff seedings aren't far off. We were in it at the last week of the season. Regardless of all the crap and all the bad quarterback play and all the missed opportunities, we were in it the last week of the season. There was a way in for the playoffs the last week of the season.
it shouldn't have
So
been that close because like it is. But hey, it is what it is. They bit the apple. It is what it is.
yeah. So I don't feel like we followed the format at all. But hey, welcome to the offseason.
Yeah,
This is
like
gonna be a lot of our conversations
yeah, because like I mean,
for the offseason.
because to be honest, like I really feel the need to follow the format this week because like we also like. Do you really want to talk about a 48-17 game?
Yeah, nah. Playoffs coming up. Obviously, we're gonna have our picks into the betting pod, but we're out of it. So yeah, we're in the off season now, bro. We're gonna get really nerdy and say a whole bunch of stuff and have some really hot takes. Probably piss some people off. Maybe get a player on here. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Um, welcome to the off season. We're just getting started. We 100% right now. We are on the road to Detroit. Right, my man.
Yeah, on the road to Detroit. Draft time, baby. So
So,
look out
uh,
for mock drafts. Look out for um, prospect analysis. Because we probably gonna have something to say about the Senior Bowl whenever that comes around in what 3 weeks I think.
mm, yeah,
Um,
first week in February should be, yeah.
yeah, so yeah, about 3 weeks. 'Cause it's the week of
About
the
three.
Pro Bowl. Yeah. So
Yeah, about three.
yeah. So
And then obviously after All Star break, starting the basketball pod. I've got some fire takes, like the main one. This Hawks team should probably be broken up. Uh, so we're
Trey and Jalen is all I need. Get rid of everybody
yeah,
else.
Trey and Jalen's off limits. Trey and Jalen's off limits, but DJ try to recoup some of them picks. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. I 100% believe in my soul that before this podcast ends, we're gonna get a player from the Atlanta Falcons on this podcast. Same can't be said for the Hawks because my basketball takes is straight slander. You understand me? Like I be saying wild shit, and so like ain't nobody gonna like me. But yeah, nah, Trey and Jalen is pretty much all that's going on this team. I thought AJ would be a part of that, but he done pissed the coach off, slept with his wife or something because he ain't seeing the court for nothing.
It don't make
Um,
sense.
it really don't. But this has been your boy Q City.
Your boy Taj Bravado.
We out.
Peace.